Hi everyone and welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be talking all about washi tape, and I'm going to be sharing a few ideas for how to incorporate washi tape into your art, into your drawings and into your sketchbooks. And these are all ways that I personally use washi tape in my own work, and I know that many of you may have a few rolls of washi tape lying around, you may collect it, and if you're looking for some new ways to use it, then hopefully this video will give you some ideas for how to incorporate the washi tape into your artwork. And these lovely beautiful washi tapes designs that I'm using today were kindly supplied to me by the Kawaii Pen Shop. They have lots of lovely washi tape designs over on their website. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. They just sent me along the washi tape to use, and they sell lots of art and stationery supplies. They have a really lovely selection of supplies over on their website. So if you haven't heard of them before, you may want to have a look. You might find something you like, and if you do, I also have a coupon code for you guys, and that's also listed in the description box below. And just for full transparency, that coupon code is an affiliate link, so that does mean that I earn a small commission of each sale, and it doesn't affect the price that you pay in any way, but it does help support this channel. So for all of you that have bought stuff before and may buy stuff in the future, I just want to say thank you, because it really does help support my channel and help me to keep making these videos. So with all that out the way, let's get into 5 ways to use washi tape in your sketchbooks. So this first idea is the simplest one, and that's to use the washi tape to create a border or a frame. And this is, for me, this is the simplest, this is the most easiest, and it's often the quickest, the thing that I use the washi tape the most for. Because sometimes I'm drawing random little doodles, little faces, little elements on the middle of a page, and I kind of feel like either they feel like they're floating, or I kind of feel like I want to frame them. And framing little drawings is something that I do quite a bit anyway in larger illustrations, so I really like doing this in my sketchbooks, and the washi tape is perfect for this. Now, washi tape comes in lots of different sizes. The widths of the washi tape can be quite different. All the ones that I'm using today are all one size, but you can often get thinner and thicker washi tapes, and they make lovely frames and borders. And one of the things I was doing when I was filming this video was I tried to match the colour scheme of the drawing to the washi tape, just so that it would all match together. So if you're drawing something that's green and blues, it's quite nice to have a washi tape that matches, and it just helps to bring the piece together, and just to make it feel a bit cohesive, and helps to add quite a bit of an extra bit of colour and pattern to your page. So this second idea is to basically use washi tape as a colouring medium, and you can use it to basically colour block your drawing. And so when you're using washi tape in this manner, I would highly suggest drawing out, when you draw out your drawing, to draw it out into the blocks. So try not to add too much detail in there. Try to draw out things that are going to have clear blocks. So for instance, what I'm doing here with the little butterflies, though they were very simple to colour block, as were the flowers, because they are just big blocks of space that I can colour with. And I also want to say that you need to be very careful when you're doing this. Now, the best way to do it is to use an Exacto knife, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just placing a layer of the tape down on the page, and I'm cutting round it gently with the Exacto knife, and I'm pushing down hard enough to cut the washi tape. You don't have to push too hard. The washi tape is really thin, and then I'm just pulling up the excess. So I'm not cutting into my sketchbook page at all, because the washi tape is so thin that you can cut through it very easily, but you do need to be very careful with this an Exacto knife. I guess you could do it with scissors if it would just take you a very long time, I think. So an Exacto knife is definitely the way to go. But if you're younger, please get someone to help you, a parent or an older sibling, a friend. I just don't want anyone hurting themselves by using an Exacto knife doing this. So be very careful with an Exacto knife. But anyway, this is a really fun way of using the washi tape. I have done this before in another video, so if you'd like a more in-depth tutorial on how I place the colours and things, then I'll leave a link to that in the iCard section. What this does is, if you want to be able to colour something quite quickly, or you want to add a lot of depth and dimension and pattern to something, then using the washi tape and alternating the colours, and you can get quite a lot of detail this way. It just depends on how fancy you are with the Exacto knife. So what I would suggest, if you're doing a page like this, do something simple to start with. Do some little butterflies, some simple flowers, something that you're very comfortable with, and then build up from there, and you'll be able to see how easy it is to cut out. It may look quite complicated to do, especially fiddly with the Exacto knife, but it's not. It's really easy to cut through that washi tape. It's very thin, and it's a really fun way of adding the washi tape to a page and to basically use it as a colouring supply. And it's also really nice if you combine the washi tape with coloured pencils or markers and just use it to colour parts of an image. That also works really well. So for this next idea, this is another way that's very simple to use washi tape. In fact, all of these ideas in this video, they're all quite simple ideas, but they all add quite a pop of colour and pattern to your sketchbook. And I think that's one of the reasons why I particularly like using washi tape, is that it just adds a lot of detail and a lot of interest to a page that just may have a few simple sketches on it. And I think if you're someone who works in black and white a lot, I've had people say that they work in black and white or they work in graphite and they're a bit afraid of moving into colour. Well, this is quite a good way to just start to incorporate some colour into your sketchbooks without doing any colouring yourself. So if you're someone who's worked just in black and white before, then maybe just adding a little border, doing a little bit of colour blocking with some washi tape is a nice way of adding some colour to your pages without suddenly colouring everything, just as a sort of a warm-up. I think that could work quite well. So this idea that I'm doing here is I'm creating a background with the washi tape, and to do that I'm just simply placing it. I'm actually going to place it on top of the character and then just cut around her, but you could place it however you want. And if you don't want to waste quite so much washi tape, then you could place it up to her and then just cut round it. So because obviously when I cut her out, I'm going to waste a little bit of that washi tape in the middle. And it's also quite nice to use a washi tape that lines up nicely. Now this washi tape I'm using here has birds and clouds and islands on it, so it made a really nice background. And once I had laid down all the strips, I used a ruler just to straighten up those edges to make it look like a perfect rectangle, or as close to as a perfect rectangle as I could cut out. And I think that looks really nice, and it just anchors the objects. And I talked quite a bit about why I like using rectangles and circles behind my drawings in my video on making backgrounds, but it just helps to anchor the objects and it looks really nice. So for this next idea, this does use a lot of washi tape, so I wouldn't, if you really don't want to use up your washi tape, then I wouldn't suggest doing this page. I didn't actually end up using that much, and there's quite a lot of tape on these rolls. But this idea is to make a mosaic page, actually make a really nice standalone piece of artwork. So if you were making a birthday gift for someone or a Mother's Day gift, you just wanted to make a nice piece of artwork to go up in an office or in your own room, then I think this would make a really nice piece of artwork. So you want to tape down your page around the outside, then you want to draw a line diagonally down the page, and you want to draw 3 to 4 of those lines. And as you can see, I'm using those lines to line up the washi tape. Now what I've done is I've chosen 5 designs. I'm sorry, I can't remember offhand how many I used. 5 designs, and I'm repeating them in a pattern. And then I'm repeating them in the opposite way going up the other side. And it's to basically create a mosaic page of the different washi tapes. And it's really quick to do. It's surprisingly quick. So all you have to do is draw those diagonal lines down your page and then to layer up the washi tape, alternating the patterns and then alternating them in a different way on the other side and then lining them up. And it creates this really nice geometric mosaic pattern. And then at the end of it, you can just use the ruler to cut all the excess off. And because I placed the masking tape down, it meant that when I went over to take it all up, because the washi tape was overlapping the masking tape, it came up all at one go. And I think this makes a really lovely page. As I said, it does use a lot of the tape up, but if you want to make a lovely little print type thing to go in your office or to give to a friend, you could just pick the washi tapes that you have, pick some designs that go nice together, and it's a very simple, fun way of using it. So for this last idea, idea, and this is one of my favourites. It's to make a silhouette. And so I drew out this picture, just this rough silhouette of a girl's face with some hair. You could do any silhouette you liked, an animal, a butterfly I think would look nice, a cat, whatever. Draw it out, and you could use a black outline. I think it looks better if the outline is not so visible. So I just used a pencil, and for the sake of this video I outlined it in a purple multiliner just so you guys could see it. But normally I would just use a pencil, and then you want to place the washi tape all over that. Now, because the washi tape is semi-transparent, you can easily see through it to cut it out with the Exacto knife. And again, please be careful with the Exacto knife. I don't want anyone hurting themselves when they're using their Exacto knives. But you can just cut all the washi tape, you just basically use the Exacto knife like a pen and trace round the silhouette again, and it creates this really cool effect. And again, I think this particular design would look really nice as a print or as a piece of art that you give to someone as a gift. And to be honest, this particular silhouette reminds me a little bit of the Little Mermaid. It wasn't what I was going for when I drew it, but when I look at it now, the overhanging hair definitely reminds me of the Little Mermaid. But it would look really nice, I think, on the wall or in a frame as a gift idea, and you could easily customize it to whatever you like to use. So those are the 5 completed pages. Which of these pages did you like best? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. Also, let me know if you collect washi tape and if you use it in your artwork. If you have any other ideas for how to use washi tape in artwork or in your sketchbooks, make sure you leave a comment and let us all know so we can all learn from each other. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Washi tape is something that's really fun to have around, and this way it's an art supply. You can use it as a colouring supply, as a way to make borders and frames and backgrounds, and each of these pages, particularly I think the last 2, would also make lovely little standalone prints that you could make for friends and you could easily customize. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a few creative ideas for this weekend, and I will see you all next time.